Hi everyone, how are you all doing? It's so lovely to have you back here, and I have a huge surprise. I'm sure you probably know by now because of the title, and that's why you clicked and that's why you're here. But like, why has nobody reviewed this fragrance on YouTube? All you see are TikTok videos. They don't really go into depth about this fragrance. All you have is our queen Fumi Monet putting us on this fragrance. The hype is hyped, and then suddenly silence from the YouTube community. Don't worry, I'm here to save you. I've risked my money and I am ready to talk about it. This is Lamaan Oud Rose by Rasasi. Oh my gosh, are you not proud of me? I kept the box just to show you guys. I never keep my boxes, but like, I absolutely love how luxurious this fragrance like pops open. Oh my gosh, this was one of my gifts to myself at the end of the year because I did a lot of huge projects, and let's face it, I worked my butt off and I felt like I deserved something. I actually got this and Mali, and then I also got three of their big fragrances, the 200 mils. I am waiting to get Amber Silk of those. I am thinking of getting the whole collection of this, but I know there's some fragrances that I wouldn't wear, like Wajaha, which is supposed to smell like I think it's ombre leather or something, or is it fucking fabulous? And then there is one that smells, then there is lavender oud, which I am nervous will smell exactly like lavender oud by Ahmed Maharibi, which even though I absolutely love, I don't know if I can justify getting it for 20 euro extra, because that fragrance also lasts like insane. But I can almost bet that this will be better blended. But that will also be 100 ml, and this will probably be, I think these are running at like 60 ml or 70 ml. I'm not sure. I'm sure that at the bottom it might say this is more 100 ml. Actually, it's 100 ml, so maybe it might be worth it. And then there is also ombre oud, which I'm nervous will be ombre nomad, and there's no reason for me to have a huge bottle of that fragrance. And then there is oud musk, which because of the musk I'm nervous, but I am really excited to get it. I think I'm gonna try and get it. I'm gonna try get that one and lavender oud. But if it was my choice, if I had a sugar daddy, I would be buying all of them. And then I also want Aurora, and I also want Alhalia, and then I also want Amber Silk. So yeah, my guys, this is why I'm not reviewing all the hyped up fragrances. It's because I have big dreams to own the whole Rasasi lines. I have a huge dream to own Nabil lines. I want to get Miral, and I also want Miral by Martin Martin. If you haven't seen my review, please watch it because it'll explain everything. And Jamila. And guys, I also want to be wealthy, so I'm trying to save up and I'm trying to, like balance and boost up my net worth. But like, I have also big dreams to enjoy fragrances. Oh my God, it's a disaster. Actually, you might be helpful. What would you prefer to see? Would you prefer to see all the niche fragrances that a lot of people haven't spoken about and I just am obsessed with trying? Or would you rather hear about the viral hypes and what I think about them? Or do you think you want a balance? Do you want a balance of testers where I can do some of the releases and then I do most of my content and stuff like this? What do you think? Let me know. Actually, that would be super duper helpful because I am wrecking my head trying to see what's worth it for you guys, and how do I also make sure that I'm enjoying my money, because actually sometimes I see those hyped up fragrances and I just have no interest. Like I'm just like, I have bigger dreams than this. You guys are trying to steal my money. No, give me something unique. So anyway, I have, as usual, gone on a rant about this, but as I was saying, the background of this fragrance, for me, falling in love with it was because mostly of Fumi and Monet, and the bottle, let's face it, is absolutely gorgeous. I am a Fumi Monet lover. Like, there's nothing she's put me on that I did not love. Aromatics and Fumi Monet are at my heart, at my core, and I truly believe in their word. And so I was really excited to get this. I wasn't going to get it for a while because these go for expensive prices. Like, we're talking 150 euros this side. And for a while they had them on Intense Oud, And then I found them for sale at, I think I bought them 56 euro. This in Mali, 56 euro. Of course, with a bit of shipping, which was insane. But like, honestly, I would do it again in a heartbeat. 56 euro compared to 150. Just sit down with that. Just sit down with that. This was said to be similar to Delina Exclusif. And I'll let you know what I think about that. Well, it's not that they said it was similar to that. They just said like, this would put Delina Exclusif to shame. Do with that information what you want. But yeah, let's get into the notes. So in the opening notes, actually I had to pull these up not from Fragrantica, because Fragrantica did that whole Fragrantica thing where they just say rose and oud and left it at that. So here they actually say the opening notes are bergamot, grapefruit, lychee, peach, and black currant. In the middle, you have some rose, some jasmine, some magnolia, some lily of the valley. And then in the base, you have oud, amber, incense, tonka, vanilla, and white musk. Okay, this fragrance opens up completely with that bergamot and a bit of lychee. But the lychee, okay, the opening fragrance, the opening notes will really have you thinking like maybe this is a Delina Exclusif dupe, right? Because of that lychee, that bergamot, that grapefruit. But the bergamot is not as bitter as Delina Exclusif at all. This is like a toned down bergamot and a toned down grapefruit and a toned down lychee. In fact, all you can smell, you can't even smell the peach or the black currant. What you can really smell is some rose, some powder rose, and some rose hearts. And by rose hearts, I first thought, you know those sweets that they do, those squeezy ones, because those are the ones that I love, the love hearts. It doesn't smell like that. It doesn't taste like that. It actually smells like, you know those Halloween lollipops? Well, I call them Halloween lollipops, that have the same texture as those love hearts, but they're kind of like chalky. That's exactly what this is. It's like rose powdered sweets. It's really, really beautiful. Those fragrance notes about jasmine and magnolia, no, I can't even smell the jasmine. And I normally am really, really sensitive to jasmine. Can't smell it here. So magnolia, maybe a little bit. Maybe that's what is giving it like that powder feel, but like it's not front and center. But the lily of the valley is giving it like almost like a watery texture. But again, remember this fragrance is a powdery fragrance at heart. So the water is not a texture water. It is a water note, if that makes sense. And then in the base, the oud here is not, okay, let's eliminate. It's not a clean oud. It's not the oud you get in Chagaf oud. It's not even the oud that you get in Rose Derby, or think of any like obvious oud, like no, it's not in it, no. This is the kind of oud that's like so toned down. It's like almost like the oud in Oud Satin Mood. Like, you know how that oud is almost like at the very, very back? Only like this is even more at the back. Like, I would say even if you didn't like oud, you probably would like this. This is like the most palatable fragrance I can ever imagine. Like, it is the kind of fragrance I can see anybody wearing and loving it. I can't see anyone have something bad to say about this. Maybe because it's powdery, maybe because it's sweet, but I still feel like you could layer this and enjoy this. Yeah, I don't know, like I feel like this is such like it's like if you're looking for a fragrance that leaves a statement, this is not it. It definitely will leave people thinking about you and wondering who it was who smelled like that, who smelled so clean and so well bathed, but like you wouldn't leave a like unique impression. They wouldn't be like, oh my gosh, I've never smelled that before, because like this fragrance does not make you smell like that. It makes you smell like rose water, like milky rose water that's powder. Like even the amber is not even that strong here. Like the tonka and the vanilla though is so there. like it's almost, so imagine you have some rose milk water, and the milk water is filled with like tonka beans and vanilla essence. Oh my gosh, this is exactly what this smells like. And then it's like, it's almost like, I don't know what you desiccate it, and so it becomes a powder. Exactly, because this doesn't smell like the rose baby kind of powder, because it could easily get there because of the milk, right? But no, and it's not the kind of milk that'll make your stomach turn. It's not like lactonic milk. It's like rose water milk. I hope I'm making sense. This fragrance is absolutely beautiful. Now, I will say, because I have so many like Delina-esque fragrances at this point, that I was really, really nervous about getting this perfume. There was no doubt this is one of the first ones I wanted, but I just didn't know how I was going to feel about it. And the minute I got it, I smelled it, I was like, oh, because I'm in my artsy era. So I was just kind of like, oh, like, okay. And then literally 2 days ago, and this, anyways, we'll get there. 2 days ago, I was walking and I couldn't stop smelling it. Definitely no one was wearing this. Definitely no one was wearing this. There isn't even any close fragrances that I could say. Delina Exclusif definitely does not smell like this. Do they compete? I definitely say no. This is Delina's little cousin, who's almost annoying and wears geek glasses and just has something to say about anything and will almost tell on you. And Delina Exclusif being like the almost teenager girl. You know, like that is the worst thing she wants. Like very different attitudes. And that oud in Delina, even though it's not like very, very oud centric, like is much stronger than this. This is a little bit more like younger and what is that word they use for like young fragrances? I forgot. I keep thinking delinquent, but that's not the word. But you know what I mean. Juvenile. It's not juvenile at all, but it's almost juvenile. It's not juvenile because it's well blended, but it's almost juvenile because it's the kind of fragrance that babies can wear. And I know that's a bit weird to say, and nobody wants to really walk around smelling like a baby, but what I mean to say is like this fragrance is so beautifully well blended, but also so rose water milk kind of thing. Like I could really see a baby pull this off. Of course you wouldn't drench them in this, but like this would just work well. Like really being honest, like spray it on their clothes and make them wear it. Like honestly, I would. Maybe that's one. Anyway. But yeah, this is a really, really good fragrance. Okay, let's talk about price. Is this worth... Okay, let's talk about longevity. Like the longevity is amazing, as you would expect from this line. The blending is some of the best blended fragrances I have in my collection. And I have Arabian's Tonka and Deluxe. And I also have, no, I don't have any more like niche fragrances, but my point is that I've smelled other fragrances as well. And this is some of the top. Like I think even it could beat some niche fragrances, some Western niche fragrances for sure. It would beat like easily 50% by how well blended this fragrance is. Really insane. I would say that if this was bottled in a designer fragrance, this would be like, oh my god, the price on this thing would be crazy. Like I don't even see it going for €200, and that's me being absolutely honest. Like with how well blended it is, they would absolutely milk it with marketing. But I personally, because it's just like easy to wear and not like making a big impression, I feel like €100 is a safe bet for me. I would be happy with that if I bought it around €100, 110 maybe. Yeah, that's fine. I wouldn't be happy to buy it for 150. But I still think that it would be well worth the money, to be honest. But I just, knowing where I'm at in my fragrance journey and my collection journey, I just wouldn't be that satisfied with that price. But definitely easily the best fragrance I have in my collection, and I never thought I would say that. And it lasts like 12 hours plus, projects like crazy. what else could you expect from this? I hope I really have done it justice and have answered a lot of questions. Please comment below, because you know what, this fragrance hasn't been reviewed enough, so your comments are honestly going to be what helps someone else make a decision. Because you know, I can think it smells one way, but only us as a mass, and your opinion also matters to help someone else make a really good purchase that's good for them, especially if they have to blind buy. Which I would always say get a sample, but I did not do the same. So you know what, I'm not gonna be that person. I'm not gonna be hypocritical. But yeah, I hope you really liked this. I have another review of Mali coming up soon. Keep an eye on my channel, and until then, maybe we'll find out whether I end up getting the whole collection and someone gives me a load of money, or I just make the risk and buy them, or will I just pick the couple that I want. Until next time, bye.